and this one I believe is entitled Before the Storm. And right out of the gate, I'm trying to place the title with the image. I'm assuming that means before the storm, like she's young now, but she's going to be a terror when she's older. Maybe that's the angle you were taking. But I did feel a disconnect with the title. So, right off the bat, before we get into discussing the image, I would consider changing that title because it took me a second and I'm still not quite sure I understand where you're going with it. And if a judge has to think twice or they have to really put some effort into thinking about placing your title in context with your image, it could be an uphill battle for that merit. So keep that in mind. Now, beautiful portrait of this young lady, very relaxed. I love the angle, the 45-degree angle from the tip of her toe all the way to the top of her head. Beautifully posed. Great job. I like the simpleness of it. Just, I see two pieces of clothing, very simple background, boxes. Great, very simple portrait. I've always felt that single portrait, single subject portraits never got a fair shake in print competition because it's so hard to create the number one thing you're being judged on, and that is impact. Impact and storytelling, I believe, are the two most important things. And without that second subject, it's really hard to tell that story. So, that being said, let's talk about some of the technical issues that I think a judge is going to be all over. Let me get my Wacom going here. I'm going to draw on your image, if okay with you. Now, the back of the hand is right here, and I see the back of the hand here as well. That is a problem. The judges really only want to see the edge of the hand, or you know what, let me rephrase that statement. Your image is stronger if we're just showing the edge of the hand instead of the back side of the hand or the palm. And in this case, this hand looks much larger in conjunction with the rest of her body. It almost looks like it's been photoshopped larger, even though you and I know that it hasn't been. It looks that way. It looks like she's got a big club hand. So I think that that's a point of contention for a judge. He's going to mention that, and the hand posing. I've zoomed in on the eyes, and I'm not seeing that we've really done a whole lot with the eyes. I would highly recommend doing something with the eyes. Even though they're so dark, you might be able to bring some detail out in those eyes by using the sharpen tool. I'm just going to see if using the sharpen tool will bring out the striations in the iris. And the darker it is, the harder it is to do that. And I'm not really getting a whole lot. But here we have one catch light, but over here we have two. And if a judge can see that without zooming in on the image, because they're not allowed to zoom in, they're going to look at it like, it hasn't been finished. So keep that in mind. Oh, by the way, I love the satin feel of this image. I don't know what type of treatment you did to it, but I love that. Perfect choice of a matte, by the way, going along with the subject matter, the colors, and the feel of the image. So great job on the matte. Great job on the treatment. The hair, I'm okay with the flyaways. I don't think that's going to be an issue at all. Matter of fact, I think it kind of has a rock album look to it. So I'm actually okay with all of that. So your main things that I believe will get dinged are the eyes and the club hands. All that being said, I do not think that this is a good choice for print competition. I think that there's too much left out that would be required to get it up to print competition standards. So that's just my take on this image. But all it takes is to get the right judge on the panel that believes in it to get it up to, or to talk the other judges up to merit. I just don't think that we're